Michael. Today we will know more about the area, though we've talked about length, distances. But today we'll talk about the areas and parameters of the shape. And like I told you earlier, any shape that has more than one side, I know that there's no shape anywhere unless it's a line, but any figure that has more than one side, that 2 or 3 sides and above, they must be the longest side. And the longest side is what it refers to as the length. So today, as we are learning about the areas and parameters, specifically we will dwell more on areas, then maybe in our next class, we'll talk about the perimeters. But for now, let's know what area means. When we talk about area, we're talking about the distance around a shape or a figure that is given to us. And now for us to know this area, how to find the area, we must know that one of them has the longest side, while the other is the shortest side. But in case of squares, squares have both sides equal. That means the length and the breadth are equal. Though we still give it the name as the length, but it's not longer than the breadth. So, for example, we say it's the distance around a shape. Distance around a particular shape, which is what? The area. Now, what is this? For example, let's look at first start with the square as a shape. We all know that a square has 2 sides. It has a total of 4 sides, but the 2 sides that are majorly considered to use in place of other ones, they are all equal. So that means this is side, this is A, B, C, and D. AB is equals to BC, which is equals to CD, which is equals to AD. So here is supposed to be D. So that means here to here is equals to here to here, is equals to here to here, and it's also equals to here to here. So if you want to mark it, both the 2 sides are equal. The 2 opposite sides are parallel, and 2 opposite sides are parallel. That means it's a parallelogram. So AB is equals to BC, is also equals to CD, and equals to AD. All the sides are equal. Now, how do we look for the area of a square? For example, we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, we have this is the length, this is the breadth. The length and the breadth. Now, if you want to look for the area of this shape, you say length times breadth, which means, let's say that from here to here is 1 cm, from here to here is 2 cm, 3 cm, 4 cm, 5 cm, 6 cm, and 7 cm. Let's say the length is equal to 7 centimeters, while the breadth is equal to 1 centimeter, because here to here is 1 cm. And both of them are measured in centimeters. So for you to look for the area, now we say that since the area is length and breadth, we say 7 centimeters times 1 centimeter, which is equal to 7 times 1 is 7. Centimeter times centimeter gives us centimeters square. That means the length of shape given in centimeters squares, those some are given in meters, then or higher, like a higher distance, and also the kilometers. Then we have another shape like this. We take this to be a rectangle. This one is also a rectangle. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is the length and this is the breadth. Already we said the length is the longest side, while the breadth is the shorter side. From our formula, we said that we are given length. If we want to find the area, we say length times the breadth. Now, what is the length? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. For the length, we have 10 centimeters. Then for the breadth, we have 1 and 2. The breadth is 2 centimeters, meaning that each of the boxes is 1 centimeter. So the 2 boxes here will represent 2 centimeters, while the 10 boxes here represent 10 centimeters. So now we say, how do we get this 10 times 2, which is 10 centimeters times 2 centimeters, this side multiplied by this side. It gives us 20 centimeters cube, square, sorry. So from this we know the areas. Now step away from shape, we can equally use the square. As I said earlier, this is for rectangle, because a rectangle has 2 opposite sides are equal. That means this side of the rectangle and this side, they are equal, while this side and this side are equal. It's also a parallelogram because it has 2 one is parallel to each other. Now, if it's for a square, there are different ways at which you look for the area of a square. Our square is this way. If we say the length is 4 centimeters and the breadth must also be 4 centimeters, because we know that squares have 2 sides equal. Now, either you say 4 times 4, or you can say, let's name this side A, this one B, this one C, and this one D. You can say A plus B plus C plus D, because all of them are the same. This would be like 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, which is equals to 4 plus 4 gives us 8, plus 4 gives us 12, plus 4 gives us 16. The same thing as saying, okay, let us share this shape into as a square, sorry. This is a square. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now this side we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. We also have 4 this side. So that is what it means by 4 times 4. Since it's a square, the number of sides that we find by the left hand side or by any other side are also equal to the number of sides that we can find in the other side. Now, sometimes when we are given simple problems to solve, and these problems, we know that if we are saying, okay, a square has length equal to 6 centimeters, full stop. Find the area of the shape. So people tell you, how would they give us only one the value for only one side? What happens? How do we go and do it? So we will forget that we have already discussed that. If they say one side is 10 centimeters, that means all the sides are 10 centimeters each. So now you say, okay, the square has 4 sides which are all equal. That means you say 6. That means the length is equal to 6 centimeters, and the breadth is equal to what? 6 centimeters also. Because the length and the breadth are equal. Then you say 6 area equals to 6 centimeters times 6 centimeters, which will give us 36 centimeters square. Or if you think this will, you can also say, okay, area is equal to side 1, this is our square, 6, 6, 6, 6. This 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus, now we have gotten the 4 6 here. And we say that length times breadth give us the area of a square. But if you check this only gives us 24. Yeah, this only gives us 24. But like in our previous example, we know that 4 times 4 is 16. But when some people get into this place, they will say, that means the area of the shape is 24. Not that it's 24. What happens? There are numbers that when you are given a shape, there are some numbers that when you multiply them, they give you exactly the value for what you have added. So this is not that of the value that will equally give you that. For example, it is 4 here, 4 here, 4 here, and 4 here. 4 is that number that can give you, when you multiply it by itself, it will give you the same as when you add it by itself. So this number does not work for this. So this is the formula that works for this. You rather multiply the length and the breadth, because if you are given, let's take time and draw the diagram so that we really understand it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we have 6 here, 6 here, 6 here, and 6 here. Now let's count all the shapes and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36. So that is why I said, in this case, it's only the multiplication part of it that goes. So that when you, because if you split the shape into different units that will make it 6, 6, the length is 6, the breadth is 6, also to this other side, you'll see that this plus this plus this plus this will not work for you. Rather, go through the multiplication aspect of it. With this, you can easily get your number down. So, this 6 times 6 means 6 into 6 places. 4 times 4 there means 4 into 4 places. So instead of you saying 4, 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, that means you are saying 6 times 4. Which is not supposed to be so. 6 into 6 places means 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. That is what we have here. 6 times 6. We say area is what? 6 times 6. That means 6 in 6 places. So that this will be 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, and 36. That's why we have our 36 at the answer. So adding only just the side like this will not work, because this other part aspect of it, that means you will remove this. These ones will be removed not to be part of it. That is why we have the wrong answer. So just take that to be very, very sure. So know that when you say length times breadth, it goes straight to give you the answer that you deserve. Now, sometimes you might be saying, oh, you might be given that, okay, a shape has length. Okay, let me say area equals to 24 centimeters if the length is equal to okay, let's say if the length is equal to 6 centimeters, comma, find the breadth. Now we have seen that from what we have seen, that means this shape is not a square. Yes, it's not a square, because if you multiply 6 by itself, you will not have 24. And if you can multiply 6 by itself, you have 24. That means the shape will be a square. But now they say that, okay, the area of the shape is equal to 24 centimeters. The length is equal to 6 centimeters. Now, what is the breadth? We don't know. So how do we solve this? We'll say, okay, well, since we said that to look for the area of the shape, we say length times breadth. Let's say, okay, length times breadth equals to area. That's what we agree. Then we say, what is the length? The length is 24. Sorry, the length is 6 times the breadth. We don't know the breadth. We write the B equals to the area is what? 24 centimeters. Now we have known that whenever we multiply, what do we do? Think back, you understand. So 6 times B is what? 6B is equal to 24. Now for us to know what B is, we divide both sides by 6. That means whenever you multiply, you divide. That means this side divide by 6, this side divide by 6. So at this 6, we'll cancel this. We have B left. B now is equal to 24 divided by 6 is equal to 4. I believe this is so simple for us to know. So we know that 4 centimeters square is that shape. So now we will say, okay, let us draw that shape. We will draw the shape because since we know that the breadth is 4, the length is 6. That is why I said that. That means the shape is not a square. So that means the length is 6 centimeters and the breadth is 4 centimeters. That means the shape is a rectangle. I hope we are making progress. Now, in another, similarly, we might also be told that a shape has area equals to 70 centimeters. If the length is equal to 24 centimeters. Okay. What is the breadth? Just the same method that we use there is what we use. So there's nothing different about this. So let us rather just save our time from this and go into the square. Okay, now we said that if a shape has the area equals to 16 centimeters and it has the breadth equals to, it has the length equals to 4 centimeters. What is the breadth? Now let's reason it. This one has the length, area is 16, the length is 4. What is the breadth? Now we say that the area of a shape is equals to length times breadth. Now what is this length and breadth? That means area 16 is equals to 4 times the breadth, which is equals to 16 equals to 4b all over 4. This one all over 4 also. 4 cancels 4. B becomes equals to 16 divided by 4, which is equals to 4. So that means since the length is 4, the breadth is equals to 4 also. That means this very shape is a square. I don't know if we are really making progress, but I know that what we are doing, we are really making progress. So this is for the area. Now, our next class, we are going to talk about the perimeters. So we'll see the difference between, because so many people don't really understand what the perimeter is, and I wouldn't want to introduce the perimeter at the time I know that we need much more time to refresh in our brain. So in our next class, we will talk about the perimeters of a shape. After that, we'll compare the difference between the perimeter and the area of a shape. By then, I believe that at least 1 or 2 persons must have come up with questions, because I know you guys like studying ahead. So you must have come up with 1 or 2 questions. But based on what we've done today, if there's anything you feel like maybe you don't understand, you want to ask questions, I'm very much available to welcome all your questions. I don't have time to even explain more based on the gravity of your question. But I would really encourage you, as you pay attention to listen to this, which I know is very simple for all of us, try to send your questions across. I'll attend to all of them, and you will understand the class more better. Like I said earlier, my name is Mr. Michael, the teacher. I hope to see you next time in our next class. Just stay safe and take care of yourself.